Arch Manning is the best college football quarterback we have seen since Tim Tebow entered the scene in 2006.
Several long days later.
Very few people have had a chance to talk to Arch Manning other than isolated interviews, and he is going to be one of the biggest attractions we have ever seen.
I love you guys so much.
But I think Arch might top all that, because that's all college football fans have been talking about really for years as he sat behind Quinn Ewers. For what reason, I'll never know. But he gets his chance finally, and it's not only on the stage in Atlanta, but it comes at the end of August at Ohio State. Rarely have we seen an opener like this in college football.
Several days later.
I'm not really sure how they get these opinions because I've only played, 2 games? But I guess that's nice of them to say, but, that doesn't mean anything. Talk is cheap. I got to go prove it.
The hype train is at full steam right now. You can thank Paul Finebaum for that. Arch Manning, you are going to be the face of college football for at least the 2025 season. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about Arch Manning getting tons of hype as a future Heisman Trophy candidate. With Arch Manning coming from a family filled with superstar quarterbacks, there are major expectations for immediate success. At this point, it seems as if the writers want to already hand Arch Manning the Heisman Trophy in 2025. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. Will Arch Manning win a Heisman Trophy in 2025? No, he's not. I don't see it happening, and I hope I am wrong for this take. There are some takes where you root to be absolutely right, and there are some takes where you are hoping you are secretly wrong. This is one of those takes. I am a huge Arch Manning fan. I want to get that out of the way, and I want to make sure everybody understands that I am a huge Arch Manning supporter. I really hope Arch Manning comes out there and has the best season possible for 2025. I'm not rooting for the brother to fail, but I do not see Arch Manning winning the Heisman Trophy award in 2025. I just don't think he's ready to win a Heisman Trophy like that. I'm truly excited to see what Texas can do this upcoming season. Their first matchup is against Ohio State. Ohio State is an excellent team. They're defending national champions. They're absolutely loaded on both sides of the ball. I know defensively Ohio State might be a little bit worse compared to 2024, but they're still going to be a solid unit on that side of the field. So it's going to be a tough test for Arch Manning. Let's see what Arch Manning does for Texas in that first matchup against Ohio State. I will say this though, if Arch Manning comes out of that game victorious, there is a lot of hope to go around for Arch Manning. There already is a lot of hope in general, but the hype is going to keep going if Arch Manning is somehow able to beat Ohio State in the first week of the season. After the first week of the season, Texas has 3 cupcake games. They're going to definitely win those games for sure. They're going to easily win the next 3 games. And then after that, that's when they enter into SEC play. They are going to get their opponent's best game. That's for sure. Everybody knows Texas is one of the biggest threats in the SEC. This is not Texas with Quinn Ewers. This is Texas with Arch Manning. Obviously, Arch Manning is a Heisman Trophy candidate. I don't see him winning it because I think there are going to be some games where Arch Manning will struggle for Texas. It's going to be natural for Arch Manning to struggle in a few of those games, mainly because this is his first time starting at a full-time basis. I know he started a couple of games for Texas last season, but I don't really see Arch Manning going 12-0 and dominating the competition. He's good, but he's not that good of a prospect. There are certainly better prospects than Arch Manning, at least for the current moment. Lenore Sellers is one of those guys. Garrett Nussmeier is another one. Cade Klubnik could certainly be in the mix as well. And then, of course, you got Jeremiah Love, running back for Notre Dame. He could be a Heisman Trophy candidate. Same thing for Jeremiah Smith, the best player in college football right now. He currently is the Ohio State wide receiver. So again, there's plenty of Heisman Trophy candidates that could come up in 2025. I don't necessarily see Arch Manning winning it. Like I said, it's not a diss on Arch Manning. This is more of how I feel about the talent around college football. I also want to show you guys this clip of Steve Sarkisian praising Arch Manning for his elite leadership and how he is able to be authentic with his guys and how he is able to build trust among his teammates. I found this interview to be rather intriguing. Roll the film.
I think he's him, and I say that is he doesn't try to be anything that he's not. He's a great guy. He's got great rapport with his teammates. Incredible work ethic, not only on the football field, but studying the game of football. He's a really good teammate in and around his teammates. He's great for our community. All the while, he's big, he's physical, he's got a great arm, but that combination of he doesn't try to get out of his own skin, doesn't ever try to be something that he's not, so he's very authentic, and I think that rallies the guys around him because he's a really likable guy, he's relatable to his teammates, and they're a guy that they want to play for. They don't want to just play with him, they want to play for him, and I think that that's the ultimate compliment for a quarterback, and the fact that, quarterbacks, one of their main responsibilities is to instill belief in the locker room, belief in the coaching staff, belief in the fan base, and I think Arch has done that for us.
Strong words made by Steve Sarkisian. This is why he's one of the best coaches in college football. He can certainly recognize talent when he sees it in front of his face. The only thing I didn't agree with Steve Sarkisian was playing Quinn Ewers over Arch Manning when Quinn Ewers was clearly playing injured. But other than that, there is everything to like about Steve Sarkisian for Texas. I think the main reason why he didn't play Arch Manning last year is because he wanted to be loyal to Quinn Ewers. Steve Sarkisian's also an old school coach to an extent. Quinn Ewers said that he was good to go. Obviously, if you're an old school coach, you're going to say, yeah, if my guy says he's good to go, then he's going to go. And I got to be able to stick it out and be loyal with my guy. Therefore, Steve Sarkisian went with Quinn Ewers over Arch Manning. But that's another discussion for another day. I want to talk about Arch Manning's potential for this upcoming season. I do see Arch Manning putting up big numbers for Texas. I do see Arch Manning being an absolute baller. I do see him being a top 5 quarterback in the country, not even just in the conference. I do think Arch Manning has the capability to be that good of a prospect. I want to see Arch Manning come out there and be successful. But like I said, the main reason why I don't see Arch Manning winning the Heisman Trophy award is because he's going to go through some hiccups. He's going to go through some struggles, and that's okay. That's natural. You're not just going to step onto the college field and go undefeated in your first season. That's not realistic, and everybody knows that Texas has a target on their back, so it's not exactly like they can be slept on and they can sneak up on you to the top of the food chain. Texas is a good football team. I'm not sure if they're going to be a great football team. They're not my pick to win the national championship. Heck, they're not even my pick to win the SEC this year. I do believe they're good enough to make the college football playoff, but as far as Arch Manning being an absolute baller, winning every single game as the starter, no, I don't see that happening. I see Arch Manning finishing the season with a 10-2 record. I don't think they're going to make it to the SEC championship game. If they do, they better find a game plan where they can go beat Georgia, because if they don't find a game plan to beat Georgia's defense, they're not going to win the SEC. As far as I'm concerned, I believe Arch Manning is going to play like an absolute baller, but it's going to be closer to the level of Justin Herbert than it will be for Joe Burrow. Arch Manning is getting overhyped because of his last name. He's still a good player, but at the end of the day, he's not a great player, at least not yet. If he goes out there and beats Ohio State in his first game as a starter, then I might change my mind. But for the current moment, Arch Manning is not good enough to win a Heisman Trophy yet. My pick for that would be Lenora Sellers, but again, we still have plenty of time before the first week of the season, so if I want to go ahead and change my pick, then I have the right to do so. But what I am saying is that Arch Manning is not good enough for that award right now. He's got to go out there and prove it, and Arch Manning said it best. He hasn't really done much of anything yet. He only started 2 games last year. He's got to go earn it out there on the football field, and can he earn it? I believe he can, but not in 2025 in terms of winning the Heisman Trophy award. I truly believe that he will just be a candidate for the award, but in terms of winning the award, I don't see that happening. So that is why Arch Manning will not win a Heisman Trophy in 2025, as there are several candidates who have a better chance of winning the Heisman Trophy compared to Arch Manning. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking. Like the video and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.